Ready to go, folks. All right, guys. We are live. Welcome to the live show here, and thank you guys for everybody for joining. So I've got the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. Do let me know if you guys can hear me, and let's do this. So I've got the Z5 Premium here. Let me go over the box real quick here. And if you have a question, we'll take all of your questions at the end of the unboxing, or at least after we open the box. All right, let me give you a close-up of this stuff right here. So for those of you wondering what bands this phone supports, you'll see all listed there. GSM 850, 900, 1800, 1900, UMTS HSPA bands 1, 2, 5, and 8. Also LTE 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12, 17, 20, 28, 38, 40. So pretty much should work with 4G LTE everywhere. Worked fine with my AT&T. Okay, sound is too low. All right, hold on, guys. Let me increase the sound a little bit. All right, let me adjust this. Technical difficulties. Camera HUD. All right, let me see here. On the right, you'll see that I've got Xperia Z5 Premium. This is the gold version. All right, and that's pretty much it. This is actually a Chinese version, I think, because there's a bunch of Chinese letters. So this is the one I think they sell in like Hong Kong or China. But let me go ahead and open this up for you guys. And let's actually unbox this. What is a Cam HUD? I don't get it. What's a Cam HUD? Sound, is it too low? I don't know. Maybe I gotta do this. I think maybe my hat's blocking the microphone. Let me try to do that. Is that better? Okay. Alright, so here is Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. Let me give you a quick look here. Trying to do this live is... Alright. On the back, you'll see a 23 megapixel with a 1 over 2.3 sensor size. All right, I think it's like 1.1 microns. On the right, you'll see a power button. This has actually also a fingerprint sensor, also volume keys, and also a camera button. And on the bottom, you'll find a micro USB. This is neat. I really like this because you'll be able to, connect your accessories and stuff. I think if your sound is not working, it's working fine here. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but I think the sound is fine. Up at the top, you'll find a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and the microphone. And I think that's it. There's actually one microphone on top. I don't see where's the other microphone, right? Ouch. I already got it nicked here. I actually unboxed this last night. I didn't make a video because I didn't have time, but anyway, I've got it all loaded up here. Let me go ahead and clean the screen a little bit. It's kind of dirty. Alright, so this is the Xperia Z5. It's got a glass back, as you can see. I actually don't like this much because, it just gets a ton of finger grime, whatnot. While that's booting, let me give you what's in the box. So I've got a bunch of Chinese instruction manuals. Obviously, this is the one they sell in the Chinese market. And throw that away. Okay, here we go. So I've got, comes with earbuds. That's nice. I paid about $7.50 for this. So let's see what's in the here. And these are Sony earbuds. I actually really like the MDR series earbuds, so these must be somewhat similar. This is called a MH750. Alright. Alright, here we go. So, just regular earbuds. Yeah, not bad. Nothing like, out of the world or anything like that. But that's what it looks like. It's got microphone there, a button, right? Volume buttons, I think. Alright, so that is the earbuds. Alright, and let me go into the rest of this. So this one comes with an adapter, all in Chinese because it's a Chinese model. Output is 5 volts, 1.8 amps. And also it does 9 volts, 1.7 amps, or 12 volts, 1.275 amps. So this phone does support Quick Charge 2.0, so it should charge quicker. And we've got, lastly but not least, USB cables. Alright, that's all it comes in the box. Box is, I guess, okay, but let's go look at the phone. Let me give you a quick size test. I have all these other phones here. Alright, here we go. So, the Sony Xperia Z5, when I first got it, it just felt a little bricky. It's actually a lot thicker than I've actually expected. So compare it to the Note 5, you can see it's a lot thicker. Alright, compared to the LG V10, it's slightly thicker. Compared to the Nexus 6P, without that gap, it's a lot thicker. So it is actually the thickest phablet type of phone I've tried. But let me turn this on for you. Alright, here you go. Here is the fingerprint sensor. So basically to turn on your phone and unlock it, you actually have to hit this button and then use your fingerprint. So it's actually a two-step. And if you actually register your finger sort of halfway, then you can press it and unlock at the same time. Oh, sorry. There we go. You're supposed to use your thumb. There we go. So that's how it works. Let me show you again. Unlock and boom shop unlock. Alright, this is a 4K screen, but volume is low. I don't know why you guys are. Do you guys have your volume on? So I'm not. I can hear it fine on my player here. So just turn up your volume. Okay. So this also make sure you're streaming in 1080p. That could be why also. This does use 4K screen, but you're actually only getting 1080p. So it's very disappointing. Everything you see here is actually 1080p. And let's say you go to YouTube. Alright. All my videos are in 4K. So if I try to watch any of the 4K videos, let's say my last video, long exposure photography with Android. Let me turn this volume down here. And I can't get 1440p. So the best I can do is 1080p. So basically this is a 4K screen, but you cannot use 4K on any apps or anything that's on your phone. The only thing you can actually view is in 4K is for your own video. So I actually uploaded. I put one of my videos that is the actual MP4 file. Let's say my Note 5 cinematic. So now I can view the video in full 4K. So how does this compare to the Note 5? So I actually did a test, and let me actually show you here. Here we go. So I've got the same video, a 4K video. This is not on YouTube. This is just an MP4 file. And let me turn the volume down here. Here we go. Let's go to somewhere like, we'll actually just play it together. Turn off this. That's the brightest as it gets. It's not that bright also. So far I'm a little bit disappointed. There we go. But if you actually stop the video, let me stop it here. Compare it at the exact moments. I don't know if you can see in this video. You'll see that the house is a lot more detailed versus the Note 5. So it is a very, very small difference. This is playing back the 4K video in 1440p. This is playing back the 4K video in 4K. So you can see that. You can see a lot more details here. So I think it is really awesome that you can view 4K, and it does make a little bit of difference, sort of going from 1080p to 1440p. But the problem is that you can only do this with the videos on your phone. You can't watch YouTube videos in 1440p. Your your launcher is not in, 4K. You'll see that the launcher here, the Note 5 is actually a lot detailed here and crisp versus this is actually in 1080p. So everything on the phone is 1080p. So I think that's a huge mistake Sony did. At least make it 1440p. But as far as if you don't have 4K videos, you're actually using 1080p all the time. You know. Battery life, I'll have to test it further. It's been pretty good, just because it's actually only using 1080p right now. All right. Let me give you a tour of the UI here. Oh, you know what? Let's do the test of how bright it is. It's actually not that bright, which is sort of disappointing. So let me do this. All right, and I'll go to my high on Android side here. Ah. And sometimes I don't know what is up with this phone. Sometimes it just doesn't work. See, I'm on the browser and I have to kill everything. So I really don't like the software on it. I feel like it's sort of way behind Samsung and LG. But I don't want to get too negative with my first 4K phone. So I might actually return this. I'm not sure. So at brightest setting for both phones, and at its brightest setting, I'm going to show you with my light meter. The Note 5 770 Z5 Premium, like 300. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this phone? It could be due to adaptive brightness, so let's actually go check it out real quick. Let me go into display here. Adaptive brightness. So let me turn that off. That will actually make it a lot brighter. And we'll redo the test here. So I'm getting about 440. So that's about LG G4, I would say. Or sorry, yeah, LG G4 or LG V10. Give me 1 second here. Trying to view this on the launch page. All right, ambient display. So 440. So a lot of problems. That is why I actually not gonna get this phone, because whatever is for first, like first 4K phone, or the first 1440p phone was the LG G3. It had a lot of sharpening problems. The biggest problem with this phone is that you can't actually use 4K. The only time you can use it is you take 4K videos or you have 4K content on your phone. But the phone itself runs in 1080p for all of the apps. So it is actually worse than having a phone like the Note 5 or Nexus 6P, which runs fully at 1440p. Right? So I may want to return this. Or the LG V10. Alright? I'm not sure how I can turn up the volume, guys. Some people are saying the volume is not good, and some people are saying it's good. Let me try to fix it real quick here. Ah, alright. Hold on, give me a second. You know what? I can't do this live. We're gonna have to stick with the low volume. Raise the microphone. Alright, let me try it. Because I got it set perfect. Oh, you know what? I see what it is. Hold on. Uh, you know what? I can't do this live. Sorry, guys. So let's just keep going because we're doing it live. All right. Let me give you a quick demo of the UI here. This is the stock launcher, as you can see. All right. If you want to add apps, the way you do it, you have to go like this. Go home. Sort of a different launcher. I don't really like this launcher that much. I mean, it's not bad. But let me give you the settings here and show you the Android version. You can see the model number is E6853. That is the Xperia Z5 Premium, Qualcomm 810, Android 5.1.1. All right. Let's go actually look at the camera real quick. Okay, so here is the camera. Let's do this. And basically, is a 23 megapixel. It's got these modes. Superior auto is basically what you're going to use for most photos, and take a photo like that. All right. Also, if you want to do videos, oh, let me show you the photos real quick. Resolutions. So basically, Sony's saying that you should actually use 8 megapixels, and you can zoom in and out. But if you want to take the most highest quality video photos, then you can use 23 megapixels. It's got a self timers, smile shutter, preview, face recognition. For video, you've got this IntelliActive standard stuff, which is nice. Now, this will actually record in 1080p. All right, stabilization is actually really good with this phone. All right, Sony has one of the best, but I don't really like the camera much. I think it does HDR, but it does it automatically in this superior auto mode. And if you want to do 4K, you have to actually press this button, put it into 4K mode. Right, and it gives you a warning that if it gets too hot, it's going to end your video early. And also, one thing that's good, you can do H.264 or H.265. H.265 is basically a newer method that's used on the cameras like Samsung NX something, NX10 or something. It is, it's a lot smaller file size, but you actually have to convert it back into H.264 if you want to actually edit it. But it does have two options, which is good. So plus for that, and you got all this white balance stuff you can do with the 4K. Steady shot, this is really nice. I'm gonna have more videos of this, but basically with 4K you get steady shot. I'm not sure if this is OIS hardware or software, but it is super steady. So if you don't need manual controls, but you want something that's really stable and you want to take 4K, I think definitely this has one of the best cameras for it. And maybe it's a keeper. I'm not sure yet. Yes, you can also watch adult files in 4K. You'll have to actually download the file. Well, you'll probably want to download the 4K files first to watch it anyways, except for YouTube, because there's not really a 4K streaming service. So in that sense, being able to watch adult videos could be a plus. But there's not a huge difference between 1440p and 4K. I mean, there's a difference, but on a small size screen. I mean, but if you absolutely want the 4K screen, I think this will definitely work. To hear you, but it works. All right, I'm not sure what's going on. I tested this. It works fine here. I'm not sure what's going on. All right, so let me give you the front camera real quick. Now, as far as the, let me compare it with the Note 5. The Note 5 and the LG V10 have virtually the same wide angle. And let me just put this in video mode, because it'll give you a different mode. All right. So here is, I get this annoying warning there. Alright, here is 4K view of the Xperia Z5 Premium versus Note 5. So not as wide as the Note 5 or the LG V10. Right. So one thing I just want to note out. And let me actually go ahead and switch back to the front camera. If I can figure it out here. Here we go. Front camera is not that wide either. Alright, here we go. So here is Sony Xperia Z5 Premium versus Note 5. So not that wide for both front and back. It's not a huge deal killer. I don't think it's a huge deal, but if you want to do like vlogging or take a lot of selfies and stuff, yeah, I guess it could be a problem. But I don't see it as a huge concern. Alright, I showed you everything, I think. Camera, there is FM radio, right? There is no IR blaster. I mean, it's a decent phone, but I just think it's a little overpriced. So if you guys have any questions, I will be happy to answer them now. Just put them in the live section there. Okay. We're gonna skip all the adult questions. What would you do to take full advantage of the 4K screen? Now, if there is a way to install custom ROMs and run it in full 4K, I'm sure there will be a way. Then it'll be really cool. Maybe just root it. It might be simple as just editing the build prop and just run the whole phone in 4K. Of course, your battery life will be shortened, but I think that's going to be pretty cool. I forgot to show you guys the SIM card slot and the SD card. All right. It's over here on the right. Actually, you gotta kind of press it. Like, they expect us to have like super long nails or something. So I can't even get to it. Basically, I gotta get a tool here and just kind of pull it out. It's sort of a pain. You actually need some kind of tool. But this is a nano SIM card slot. And yes, there's a micro SD card slot, so which is a huge plus for those of you who need extra. I haven't actually have it overheat yet. No heat. Well, but I'm gonna play a bunch of games and probably play Antutu and see if overheats. Water test. Wait, is this waterproof, guys? I forgot. I totally forgot. I know all the Xperia previous ones are waterproof, but yes, it is waterproof. So it is waterproof, which is a huge plus for those of you in the water, around water a lot, go swimming and stuff. All right, check my Instagram. Oh yeah, I definitely will. We will go check it out here. Oh God. All right, here we go. How heavy is it? All right. It's just a tad heavier than the Note 5 as far as the feel. It's lighter than the LG V10. I think it's a little bit heavier than the 6P. Yes, it does make phone calls. Z5 or Note 5. I would definitely, for right now, I would definitely have go with the Note 5. You know, as far as like the software UI, oh, I really don't like the keyboard that comes with it. Everything's it's actually 1080 phone with 4K replay abilities as far as I can tell. Because everything's not as crisp as a Note 5 or LG V10 or the 6P. So before I got this phone, I was sure you could watch YouTube videos in 1440p, and I found out you can, and I just paid $750 for this. So very, very disappointing. I would wait till the Note 6 next year. It does have Snapdragon 810. 4K recording, I haven't actually done long recordings yet, but I haven't had any heating issues. But if it's hot, it may have heating issues. Oh, that's because I took the micro SIM out, my nano SIM out. That's why it was rebooting, but it's not rebooting anymore. But I got AT&T SIM card in here. I get full 4G LTE. It'll actually say 4G instead of 4G LTE, which is sort of annoying too. It's I don't know. It's I don't really like the software on it. I just feel like it's a little outdated. They need to really like redesign everything, all the Xperia. But I like they have the clear all button there. Watch 4K YouTube on Google Chrome. I don't know if that's possible. Let me try it. Let me go to desktop view here. It probably will freeze up, I think. Maybe I think this phone is just too early because there's not that much 4K stuff out there. Oh, there is. I mean, let me try it. Okay, here we go. So can I do? Oh no, that's my own video. Sorry, That's not a 4K video. Come on. Front speakers. Um, shoot. I need to get some on. Oh, you know what? I'll just play one of my videos. Boom shakalaka, baby. Okay. Long exposure photography. The speakers are decent. They're not like super loud, but they're not super low either. All right, here we go. So will it be able to play in 4K? We'll find out here. It's in HD, and I'm gonna bring this up to. Oh, nice, 4K, 2160p, and let's see if it works. Maybe we just figured out how to view 4K on this phone, but will it play? That's the question. Yeah, all right, here we go. It's like really slowing down. Ew, force close. I think the desktop app is not going to work. It's just requiring too much memory. All right, what about the Sony C5 Ultra? I have no idea. I might return it, but I just nicked this top. I don't know if they'll let me return it. What's up, Justin Pollard? Alright, do you guys have any other oh, you know what? I forgot to play the video. Let me play a video so you can hear the sound. I've got my sound meter here, so let me go to the loudest music thing I have. Oh, you know what? I just posted, let me post this other video here. Give me a second. It's not a garbage phone. I mean, I think it's fantastic they try to do 4K. But obviously, the fact that I can't use 4K on any of the apps, only for videos, it's a little bit annoying. Okay, here we go. Hey, what's up, Gary? Where's the speakers? Oh, it's actually dual speakers. It's actually has a speaker down here, speaker up here. It's not super loud though. See, it doesn't go above 90 whatever that much. And also coming out here, 96, 95. This is not the loudest music, but you know, here's the problem. I can't do 4K. I can't even do 1440p. What the fuck, Sony? Front side dual speakers. Yep, that's what it is. It's not loud. It's not as loud as a 6P. Okay, let me give you a quick let me give you the quick keyboard. I really don't like the keyboard. This is the keyboard. I don't know. I just feel like it's too plain. I really like the stock Google keyboard. I like the one on the Samsung. I don't like the one on the Xperia Z5, and I don't really like the swipe. I don't really like third-party keyboards. So I may end up installing the LG keyboard from the LG V10. Can you view 4K YouTube on? Oh yeah, you can totally. Well, you can view it in 1080p. So here's the problem. Let me give you the same video. Ah, okay, here we go. Let me go to one of my videos. Okay. Hi guys, today I was driving back and let me give you the actual here quality. I can do 1440p with the Note 5. With the Xperia Z5, I can only do 1080p. Let me. It's still buffering, so it will correct itself. There you go. Ah. Can't hear me well. I think that's what I've been getting. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. I'll fix that for the next one, but I just can't fix it right here. So I can completely tell a difference. The Note 5 is way more crisp just because you can actually play it back in 1440p. Alright, I just want to show you that real quick. So even though it has a 4K screen, it's useless if you can't use 4K. I know I've repeated myself too many times here. Throw in the trash. Name of the widget clock. I'm not sure. Right? Is that a software? Yes, it's a software issue that Sony should be able to update. Make it so all the apps can use 4K, maybe video apps, maybe like Hulu or HBO. But the way it is in the state it's in right now, it's like you have a 4K device, you can't view any 4K things. Processor is A10. We'll do a quick Antutu here, guys, for you guys. All right, here we go. Can you watch 1440p on LG V10? Yeah, you can. You can watch 1440p on the LG V10 Nexus 6P. Any phone with 1440p. Now, Sony did just basically kill themselves in the foot by making everything 1080p, and you can only do 4K for videos. But they should be able to fix this. Just give the user the option. Why not give the user the option so you can switch on the go? Maybe I want to watch 4K, but I don't want to waste battery the whole time. Meizu Pro 5. Yeah, S6 Edge, all those phones work great. But we'll do a quick Antutu benchmark. And the phone, since the phone's been running a little bit, it may get slightly lower scores, but we'll do it anyways. Since we're live here. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. It sounds fine here. The volume, I am not sure. I just can't figure it out right now. Sorry, guys. So I'll have to fix that for the next time. Speed test benchmarks probably would not do any. It's probably not gonna matter too much. It really depends on your network and your Wi-Fi speeds. Android updates in the future. It should be all right. All right. Make do unbagging. Dang. Oh. Z5 runs Lollipop. It should get upgraded to Marshmallow soon, hopefully. But one thing that's really disappointing is really the display. It's not that bright. It's at on its fullest brightness. I think they really need to improve that. Can you make hand feel? I don't know about other Z's. It feels like a big, thick brick. Like when you break your phone. No, I'm just kidding. But it feels like literally it's a brick. The design is a brick, and the width. I know I used to have the old Sony Z Ultra. That thing was super thin, but this is like super bricky. So I don't really like the feel of it that much. But I mean, you'll use a case anyways. But once you have a case, it's gonna get even thicker. So maybe the 4K display is causing it to get super thick. But I don't really like the feel. Fingerprint works just fine. You can actually, since this is running, I can't show you, but you can actually unlock it with your thumb like this. Also, the good thing having on the side, when you have your phone on the table, you can still use your index finger to unlock it if you register your index finger. And also, you can unlock it with your left hand if you register the left index finger also. Super AMOLED is definitely better. But I have seen this LCD has better contrast. If you look at the same 4K video, this will show you the shadows. Actually, you'll be able to see the details in the shadows versus the Note 5 sort of oversaturates everything. So if you're using it for professional purposes, maybe a live view for your camera or something, if there's a way to connect it and use the 4K screen, then this might actually be better. But then again, this gets a lot brighter, so if you're outdoors, then Note 5 will be better. Yeah, it's not that heavy. I'd say it's good. Oh, I forgot to show you guys how big it is, but let me go ahead and compare side by side. So it's slightly taller, alright, and it's about the same width. Actually, slightly narrower, thinner, than the Note 5. Right? Give you with the. It's just about the same size as the Note 5. Fingerprint place wrong side. No, because you can use your thumb, or you can use, if you're left-handed, you can use your index finger. So I actually like the fingerprint sensor. It's not bad. The problem with the Nexus 6P, I love it, but if your phone is on the table, basically you're gonna have to use you can't use your fingerprint sensor. What's going on, Naggy Naggy? Alright, so not bad. 49,402. Now outstanding, but that's pretty much what you usually get. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe like 55,000 on the Snapdragon 810. What's going on with the 4K? So basically, you can't use 4K mode on any of your apps. The whole phone actually runs in 1080p. The only time you are able to use 4K mode is if you have your own MP4 files, video files on your phone. So let's say you watch YouTube, you'll only be able to view it in 1080p. Versus all these other phones, you can go to YouTube and watch the YouTube videos in 1440p. So it's sort of a step forward and two steps back. You can do 4K, but all the apps can only do 1080p, whereas these do 1440p for all the apps, the UI, so that's what it is. So if you guys have any questions, shoot them up. No stupid questions. Show available space and RAM. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, let me go. Maybe data usage? No. Power management. Oh, there is like a stamina mode, ultimate stamina mode, so you should be able to get more battery life through that sort of like ultra power saving mode with the Note 5. Doesn't really overheat so far. No heating problems. I just got some warnings about heating, but it didn't actually heat up. If you own like a PlayStation, there's a bunch of Sony stuff, so that could be one of the reasons to get it, because you're like Sony whore. Sound quality is pretty good. It's not bad. Okay, so Heath Crane said TubeMate. You can use TubeMate app and download 4K videos from YouTube and then watch the videos. So there's a solution. But I think that's an extra step people have to do, and you're probably going to be too lazy to watch it in 4K. But if you absolutely want it, I guess you could. Price, this is, I got on expanses-usa.com for, I think, $759.99. But I think it's going to drop in price real quick, down to probably like $599, $499 pretty soon. Because as soon as an 820, a Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 comes out with a smartphone, the price on all the A10 is gonna drop a lot, I think, especially something like this. Battery life has been pretty good because everything's running in 1080p. I mean, it's not like the best in the world, but it's a lot better than phones like Moto X Pure. Um, Fingerprint sensor. Well, let's do a test here. So, ready? Can I do it like this? Okay, here we go. So, ready? One, two, three. Ah, shoot. All right, let me try that again. Ready? One, two, three. Ah, ready. Ready? One, two, three. Okay, I can't get the timing right. One, two, three. All right, about the same. All right, if I do it, one, two, three. Now, one thing, this one, you actually have to press the power button versus the Nexus 6P. You just place your hand over it. So this does have slightly faster times because this one, if you don't hit the power button just right, if you don't have your finger right over it, because you can't press the problem with this one, you can't press the power button when your finger's over it. Ah, why did they design it like this? So what you got to do is actually have your finger sort of down here and then press it. So you can't press the fingerprint sensor like that. So that sort of gets, you get used to it, but I'm just saying it's sort of a design flaw compared to the 6P. V10 and this one, definitely I like the V10 more now, just because of a lot of things, especially removable battery. I don't know, the camera I'll have to test further. The steady shot is pretty awesome. I mean, Sony basically makes sensors for all these other phones. But what I feel like Sony is not doing is the camera software sucks. I'll show it to you again. It's really basic and I don't really like it. Versus like a Note 5, they have really good manual mode here. There is a manual mode, but nothing compared to the Note 5 or LG V10. You software LG V10, they have really good software. Do exposure, white balance. You can't do shutter speed, for example. Oh, there is HDR. Oh, I finally found HDR. HDR. So you actually have to use manual mode to do HDR. I think that's kind of sucks, but it might work out. I'll do further testing, but for right now, the still camera is a lot less sophisticated. The 4K videos, the stabilization seems to be, for right now, than other phones that I've tried. It seems to be like really awesome for 4K. So I'll have to test that out further, but you can see, not bad here. Does it save RAW files? I don't think it does. We can dig in real quick here. Manual mode. No. Nope. Nope. Sorry, I'm not taking calls right now. All right, 2:45 in India. Is it time to go yet? Maybe you guys gotta go to sleep. How is the screen compared to OnePlus 2? It's actually about the same in 1080p mode, which is on all the time. All right, if you guys don't have further important questions, I'm gonna go now. And thanks, guys, for joining in for the live unboxing. And we will try to do more live of these if you guys like. But that's Sony Xperia Z5 unboxing. I'm a little bit disappointed because I thought I was going to watch 4K YouTube videos or 4K Netflix videos. But instead, it can't even do 1440p unlike these other phones. So that's a huge deal breaker, I think. It's definitely not shatter. This is definitely a piece of art that you don't want to drop. Right? I'm gonna go check all my messages on Instagram, Google Plus, Facebook. I also have a new High on Android Rehab group. For those of you too high on Android, I have a new Facebook group, so check that out, guys. But so far, I'm not sure if I should keep it. Should I keep this or? I hope Sony updates the 4K mode. I'd rather have like 1 hour battery life, but have actual 4K, everything. OG YouTube from, well, yeah, you could download it, but it's just extra work. I guess I'm gonna definitely try that. All right, so overall, not bad. Is it? I would pay like if it was like 599. I think the LG V10 now selling for 599, right? I think if it's the same price as the LG V10, I think it's definitely a go. But at current prices, I think it's a little overhyped. It's I was expecting real 4K YouTube videos. Um, so I will see you all. I'm gonna go now. Have a great day. And if you just watching the video's not playing the whole way, it's because YouTube is rendering. So wait about 30 minutes, come back to the video, and you'll be able to see the whole video and jump through it. This is a live video.